How men fall in love. 10 important factors controlling the male psychology. How guys fall in love has mostly remained a mystery that continues to pique people's interest. It's not difficult to understand why. Every person, regardless of gender, romantic, sexual orientation, or other identities they may have, has a unique thought process. And it might be difficult to generalize what happens in a man's mind when he falls in love, or, for that matter, discover clear answers to questions like, how long does it take men to fall in love? At the same time, it's natural to wonder if the man you're in love with shares the same feelings. The psychology of how men fall in love. How do men fall in love? And what happens when they do? Are they honest about their feelings? Or will you be left to figure out the clues that he is slowly falling for you? It might be difficult to see signs that a man is in love, especially if he is still processing his feelings. He'll probably be the first to declare, "I love you," once he's crossed the bridge. According to one study, men report falling in love and expressing it sooner than women. We hope this clarifies what occurs when a man falls in love. Let us now look at the psychology of how guys fall in love. Hormones, for example, have an important part in a man's emotional attraction. According to one research, falling in love feels similar to getting caught in a stream of naturally occurring amphetamines coursing through the emotional regions of men's brains. That is why, if a guy is young, he will feel exhilarated, manic, strong, creative, and suddenly grown up. If he is older, he will feel refreshed. Another study found that people who had just fallen in love had considerably greater cortisol levels than those who had not. Men in love had reduced FSH and testosterone levels, but women in the same group had greater testosterone levels. All of these variables appear as psychological signs a man is in love, which we will help you to recognize in this video. Key pointers. 1. Hormones have an important part in a man's emotional attraction. In men, oxytocin is primarily responsible for the positive feelings associated with love. 2. The process of falling in love usually starts after the first surge of infatuation and begins to settle down. 3. The process and time frame of falling in love might differ from person to person, regardless of gender. However, the fundamental idea of how guys fall in love remains more or less the same. What happens when a man is in love? There is a lot of science behind how a man falls in love. According to one research, the amygdala, the alarm system for threats, fear, and danger, is larger in males, making them territorial of their land and loved ones. According to one study, the psychological reward system is easily triggered during the earliest phases of love or desire. Even viewing an image of their sweetheart may raise their mood and focus their attention. According to another study, males had more sexual and ludic love views, whereas females had more pragmatic, stoic, and manic love attitudes. 10 factors influencing how men fall in love. Love is a wonderful feeling. However, everyone's road to experiencing this experience will be different. The widely held belief that male and female brains are built differently bears little validity. According to one study, assuming that gender differences are anchored in the brain is a mistake. Other variables, such as cultural differences between individuals of various genders and how they're raised, educated, and treated by peers, friends, and loved ones, can provide better explanations for variances in how different people fall in love. Being aware of these factors is essential for fully comprehending how guys fall in love psychologically. Even more so if you plan on using this information to make a man fall passionately in love with you. Some guys prioritize physical attractiveness over intellectual ability. Others value intellect before appearance. If you're curious, here's a list of the 10 most important characteristics that influence how guys fall in love. 1. Physical attraction. Many men value physical attractiveness beyond anything else. Men, particularly in the early stages, are drawn to feminine physical characteristics. A simple smile might be enough to pique a man's interest. If you're asking, how quickly do men fall in love? Know that a man's assessment of the beauty of a possible mate has a big effect on this timeline. Physical pull, in my opinion, is the deciding factor. If she's beautiful, she'll exude a wonderful vibe that I can't help but notice. In my experience, this causes a man to fall deeper in love with a woman. 2. Emotional attraction. Because appearance is subjective, relying only on it might make the dating game difficult. Furthermore, any relationship based simply on physical attraction can be difficult to maintain once the first rush of infatuation wears off. Physical attraction is only one modest factor in lasting relationships. Even physical attractiveness, in the absence of emotional attraction, cannot ensure its sustainability. When you develop a particular connection and comfort level with a man, it signifies mating potential. So, feeling that initial connection, followed by an ongoing effort to establish emotional closeness, is the key to a guy falling in love with someone. 3. Forming a connection. Falling in love has several stages. Men focus on bonding beyond the first infatuation period. When the relationship is 3 to 6 months old, it is no longer fresh, and no love chemicals are blinding you to each other's flaws. This is the stage at which you get to know the person behind the barrier that everyone puts up early in the relationship. When a guy reaches this point and feels the urge to form a relationship with the lady he is with, he has genuinely fallen in love. It is no longer merely physical desire that connects him to his partner. He now sees a partner, perhaps throughout all stages of a long-term relationship, with whom he may also be closest friends. 4. Compatibility. What qualities do men want in a woman? How do they go about selecting a possible partner? Compatibility is the most important factor in determining the answers to these questions. To fall in love, a guy must know: do you share the same values? Do your religious beliefs align? Do you have the same outlook on life? Do you want to stay in the same place in the future? Do you wish to get married? Do you plan to have children in the future? When it comes to surviving difficult times in a relationship, compatibility on 3 fronts is critical. Relationships that bury these issues are likely to fall apart quickly in the future. That's why, whether consciously or subconsciously, a guy assesses a possible companion on these criteria before jumping on a love relationship heart first. 5. Sexual chemistry. Sexual chemistry is an important component of male attraction. Physical closeness is an essential component of every relationship. As a result, males are drawn to women who can equal their sexual desire and share a healthy respect for sexual closeness. A dull or lukewarm sexual relationship might cause initial emotions of desire to fade. The first sexual contact is crucial in determining if a man falls in love with a romantic interest or not. 6. Possibility of friendship. How fast do guys fall in love? The answer to this question is dependent on a number of things. Friendship is the most crucial of these. If your relationship is built on the firm basis of true friendship, it may do wonders for shortening the time it takes a guy to fall in love. Although, please do not confuse this with romantic friendships. In fact, one of the most significant indicators of male attraction is when a man makes an attempt to form a genuine friendship with the woman he is interested in. It demonstrates that he recognizes the potential in this bond and wishes to nurture it. 7. Men are drawn to women who are positive. When you're in love with someone, their presence just lifts you up. If it does not, you will quickly lose interest. Right. That is why positive attitude elicits emotional attraction in men. The slightest sign of negativity from a woman could be enough to put a halt to a man's approaches. When a woman exudes positive energy, it may be a huge lure for males. Even something as basic as her smile may put him at ease and make him happy. And the more at ease a man is with a woman, the more likely he is to have a love connection with her. 8. The whole package. What does a man need to fall in love? Is it the appearance, or is it the personality? What about your sense of humor? Positivity? What are your professional accomplishments? It turns out that it's usually the full package. That is not to say that guys are looking for perfection. However, they are drawn to a lady with a well-rounded personality. When a man discovers it in a woman, he will be drawn to everything about her: her appearance, voice, personality, and even her perfume. So, if a man truly loves you, he will appreciate both your good and bad parts. 9. Feeling appreciated. No, we're not referring to buying gifts or making huge romantic gestures. A guy needs a lady who can make him feel safe and cherished in order to fall and stay in love. He will lose interest if a female is selfish, plays mental games, or uses his flaws against him. When it comes to what men look for in a woman, acceptance is at the top of the list. If a woman can encourage him to be his true self, he will be more willing to open up to her. He wants his girl's whole attention. Men tend to lose interest when it is missing. 10. Authenticity. Among other things, the length of time is determined by how sincere and authentic the lady is. A man may lose interest fast if a woman is fake and always wears a mask in front of him. Authenticity is one of the qualities that men like in women. After all, he wants a companion he can rely on. He can only do it if the lady is genuine and authentic. Building trust in a relationship is one of the most crucial things for a man. If a woman can relax her guard around her guy, it shows him that she truly trusts him. Now that you know what it takes for a man to fall in love, it's time to put your knowledge to use and prove to the guy you're crushing on that you're exactly the woman he's been looking for. It won't be long before you see him showing powerful signs of male attraction. Thanks for watching.